That was amazing. Amazing. It was like out of a dream. Well, it was like what I've been dreaming of for the last 3 years. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to complain. Following Jesus for the past 3 years has been, well, they've been the best 3 years of my life. I mean, he's incredible. He's the Messiah. And I've known that, and I've recognized that, and listening to him teach and watching the signs and wonders he's performed has changed my life. I wouldn't trade the last 3 years for anything in the world, but it can be frustrating sometimes. I mean, obviously, I would never presume to tell Jesus what he should be doing or how he should be doing it, but sometimes his approach just doesn't make any sense. I mean, every time he starts to build some momentum, really get the people behind him, he does something or says something that just kills the momentum. And I cannot even begin to tell you the number of times that I have seen him do incredible things, miraculous things, things that show that he is God's chosen Messiah, things that even the prophets of old never did. And instead of just letting people talk about it naturally as they would, he's deliberately covered them up. And then there's this whole beef with the Pharisees. And I get it. I mean, those guys are not great. They're wrong about a lot of stuff. They're wrong about Jesus. Their whole approach to righteousness is askew. They're legalistic. They don't understand the teachings of the prophets and Moses correctly. But does he have to go out of his way to provoke them every chance he gets? I mean, just being civil, just being polite would go a long way. So there have been days where I thought something like today might never happen for us. I mean, I know it has to happen. He's the anointed one. He's going to be the king of Israel. He is the king of Israel. They just haven't seen it yet. They hadn't seen it yet. Today, the people saw it. It was so sweet. I mean, they were shouting his name. They were pulling palm branches off the trees and waving them in the air and laying them at his feet. They were laying their coats down on the ground for him to walk on as he went into the city of Jerusalem, the city of David. And they were saying, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." They're ready. They're ready to follow him. They're ready to rise up as soon as he tells them it's time. They're ready for the king. And I'm ready. I've been ready. I have been at his side from day one. And when he comes into his kingdom, which has got to be any day now, right? I mean, it's Passover week. Doesn't this seem like the time? Doesn't it seem like this week, it's got to be the time? And I've been there from the beginning. So when he ushers in his kingdom, watch out. Watch out. Peter is going to have a place in that kingdom. A high place in that kingdom. Heck, I was the first one to call him Messiah. Even out of the 12 of us, it was me. I'm his go-to guy. And now that everybody else is getting on board with his kingship, the last 3 years, all the blood, sweat, and tears, it's finally going to pay off. I can't wait. Jesus is rocking it. I mean, he is just shutting down his haters right now. I mean, it started the first day we were in town. He goes right into the temple, right away. And we figure he's going there to teach in the courts or, you know, some approved purpose. But no, he walks in there with resolve and he starts chasing out the money changers and the people profiteering off of selling animals for sacrifices. I mean, he even made a whip. He turned over the tables. He chased him out of there. I mean, the Roman soldiers wouldn't have the courage to do that, but Jesus did it. And you know, the priests, they were steamed, man. But what could they do? I mean, they saw the crowds. They know the people are with Jesus. They're not going to mess with him right now. He's untouchable right now. And of course, they're trying to make him look bad. He's been teaching this week, and they come and they try and trick him. They try and trap him. You cannot get the best of Jesus when you're talking about the scriptures, when you're talking about God's will. He has an answer for everything. The Pharisees tried to get him on taxes, you know, the third rail. If you take any position on paying taxes, you're going to either get in trouble with the Romans or get in trouble with the Zealots. You'll lose the support of the people or you'll get arrested. So they ask him, should we pay taxes or not? And he says, guys, Caesar's picture is on the coin you pay the tax with. I mean, if you care so much about that coin, you're not really serving God, right? I mean, just shut them down. It was awesome. And then the Sadducees come and try and get him on this weird hypothetical with the, you know, guy who marries his dead wife's sister over and over again, and who's going to, you know, because they don't believe in the resurrection. But Jesus just points out, look, marriage is not for the resurrection. And then he quotes like the most famous scripture. Nobody can argue with it. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, God is the God of them, and says God isn't the God of the dead, he's the God of the living. So of course the patriarchs are still alive, or will be in the resurrection. If death is final, how could God say he's the God of Abraham? Then he'd be the God of a corpse. I mean, shut them down. Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of weird stories. There's one about these virgins buying oil or something. I think it just means like we're supposed to pay attention or something like that. And he yelled at a fig tree. I don't know what that was about. But tonight, just the 13 of us, we're going to sit down. We're going to do our main Passover supper. And it'll be such a good time. I'm hoping he'll explain some of that to us. You know, he does that sometimes. He'll teach in public and kind of give us the inside scoop later. But it'll just be good just to lay back and enjoy some time together, get some more attention from Jesus. I mean, he's a rock star right now. He is crushing it. That's great to see, but it'll be good to get some us time too. They guess there aren't even going to be servants or anything, so I wonder who's gonna get stuck washing the feet. It's not going to be me, I'll tell you that much. But anyway, it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. All right. That was weird. I mean, the Bethany dinner, that was kind of weird. This was next level weird. I've never seen Jesus like this. So somber. Like he's carrying this weight or something, but all I wanted to talk about was us and how we're supposed to treat each other, and talked about going away and sending somebody, and he kept talking about somebody who's going to betray him. I mean, the whole evening got off to a bad start because, you know, nobody stepped up. I figured Thomas or Thaddeus or one of those guys would offer to do the foot washing this time, but nobody did. We just kind of all calling each other's bluff, laying around, and then Jesus gets up to do it. Jesus was going to wash our feet. And I'm like, no way, Lord, you can't wash my feet. And then he says, oh, if you don't let me wash you, then you have no part of me. And so I'm like, okay, sure, wash everything. And he's like, no, just your feet. And he said I was clean, but not everybody's clean. And anyway, he said one of us was going to betray him. One of us, 12. And so I had to get on the record, No way, never. I said, I'm ready to die for you. I am. Romans come through the door. Right now, I am the first guy between them and Jesus. No doubt in my mind. But he looked at me and he said I was going to deny I even knew him 3 times before the rooster crows. He's another one of his weird parables, I guess, or maybe he's just trying to keep me on my toes, or I don't know. It's all very unsettling. Something is going on. I got a bad feeling about this. And Judas disappeared someplace, probably off buying supplies or something. Anyway, the rest of us are headed up to Gethsemane. I better catch up. It's getting late, though. I hope I can stay sharp. I don't want to miss a minute of this time. It's just been a weird night. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? I don't understand. He just went with them. He's over there now. The Romans have him. They're doing Lord knows what with him. I was there. He was right. He was right. I said I didn't know him. I said it was just this girl. She heard my accent. I was ready to die. I was there in the garden when they came, when that traitor came, kissed him on the cheek. And I got between Jesus and those soldiers. I had my sword out. I was going to go down swinging. I even cut a guy. I just got his ear. I'm not a swordsman. But I was going to go down fighting. And he told me to put it away. And he just went with them. So what was I supposed to do? I followed. I hung back. I hung back. I didn't want to get arrested. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what he might need from me. And she recognized my accent. And I just wasn't thinking. I just wanted to see what was going to happen next. So I said I didn't know him. And then I said it again. And I said it again. And then the rooster. The rooster crowed. And I remembered. I remembered what Jesus said. I don't understand any of this. The people were with him. If you had seen the crowd just on Sunday. And now he's gone. They're handing him over to the governor. don't know what's going to happen. And I know that he's the Messiah. That had to be real. If you'd been with him the last 3 years like I have, you would know in your heart like I do that he is the one. But this isn't how it's supposed to happen. And all that weird stuff he was saying about going away, and it's like he knew. It's like he knew, and he just went with them and left us, and then I abandoned him. I don't understand. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense at all. What's going to happen now? They killed him. They put him on a cross and they killed him. And I mean, he's dead. Really? Really dead. Gone. Buried even. I mean, I would have said it was impossible. No way. I would have staked my life on it. I did stake my life on it. 3 years of my life on it. That he was the one. That he is the one. I don't even know anymore. I still keep replaying this last week, trying to figure out where things went wrong. What happened? How did everything fall apart so quickly? Could I have done something? If I'd had more courage, if I hadn't denied him, could I have... Maybe if I hadn't put my sword away when he told me to, doesn't matter now, he's gone. He's dead, and well, I mean, what hope is there after that? We don't know what to do. We could be next. We've just been hiding out, trying to figure out what to do now. I mean, he's been our whole lives. And now our lives are buried with him. And then just now the women, and they went out to prepare the body, because they were burying him right before Sabbath. There wasn't time, and they say the body's gone. They say the tomb's empty. Somebody must have stolen it. I mean, I knew they hated him, but he's dead. You killed him. Isn't that enough? Now you have to take his body? What else could it mean? The empty tomb. They all saw him die. They sealed him up. Is there any other possible explanation? I don't know anything anymore. Nothing makes sense. But I'm gonna go check it out. John's going. I'm gonna go with him, and I've got to see. I've got to see for myself. I can't wait anymore. What's gonna happen now that the tomb is empty?